Now you understand why I say hi guys every day. Hi guys. So, today I kind of just wanted to talk about frequency. Sorry, excuse me. Just because I personally have been practicing, like, understanding or not understanding, and trusting my intuition. And I think I did make a video about trusting your intuition. Yeah, so we're not going to talk about trusting your intuition, although I am getting more of a hang of that, and I think that's something everyone individually needs to practice, especially when trying to understand their own frequency and pick up from frequencies around them. So this is kind of in between an empath video. Not necessarily have to be a strong empath. You really can just watch this video and just try to gain some knowledge on picking up frequencies yourself. So regardless of you being an empath or not, this video should be able to help you understand, well, basically what I even mean by frequency, because I talk about how, you know, I don't know if you guys can hear that. We're energy, right? So with that being said, us as energy sources, we have this frequency that we're not aware of, that we pick up from our environment. We put out a frequency, we pick up other people's frequencies. It's a little hard to explain at first, but it's more something that you kind of conceptualize and just try to understand in your own way. So as far as like frequency, like basically I've talked about it, like we're empath. As an empath, we pick up what other people are feeling, their energy. Like if they're putting out like a bad vibe, you feel that, right? It's just something that you get inside. You can't exactly explain it, but just it's there. You feel it. It's real. And it kind of tends to like mess with our own frequencies and our own energy, and that's something that I'm kind of trying to kind of point out in this video. That's really the point of this video, is to, you know, there's a frequency that we're trying to acknowledge, trying to understand it, and we're trying to take advantage of that frequency and use it to manifest better things for ourselves, or just understand like the lessons that we're, you know, in the process of learning, so we can get through that process and, you know, manifest things. So with understanding other people's frequencies, like, it's a really good thing to just kind of meditate, isolate yourself for a while, and just try to, you know, be in the present moment, be around nothingness. Try your best to be around nothingness, because that's the challenge, right? And just, you know, be and feel. Like, allow yourself to feel, because that's like, I think that's something, it's kind of, maybe it's not something too easy to understand at first, but we don't allow ourselves to feel. Like, we pretend we do, but we don't actually allow ourselves to feel our feelings, like fully feel them, and understand where that feeling is even sourced from, you know, what baggage comes along with it, you know, is there some trauma that's attached to it, or some form of, you know, subconscious attachment to something that doesn't really serve our better purpose? Or, you know, we just sometimes, I think with this, the way society is now, we tend to think or feel that expressing ourselves or being in our emotions is just kind of a form of a weakness, and it really isn't. It makes us a lot stronger when we allow ourselves to feel sad, we feel anger, because it gives us an opportunity to understand ourselves better and understand, you know, what the reasoning behind that feeling is, what led us up to this point, what we can do in the future to, you know, maybe experience that less. Or at the same time, you don't want to, you know, view feelings and energy as a negative thing, because it's totally natural. It's in our nature to experience, right? That's why we're here, the experience. So we have to allow ourselves to feel, because then that allows us to understand ourselves, understand what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what upsets us, and then, you know, learn more about ourselves and others. So with that understanding, or that, you know, that reaching of the understanding, you just, I don't know, you gain a lot more peace with your emotions than trying to push back, push away, neglect, disassociate. That stuff takes way more energy than just feeling. I promise you. I know from experience. But, like, when we understand that frequency, it becomes a lot easier for us to understand our own emotions and understand why we react a certain way, be able to control that better in the future, and just understand ourselves better, and then understand other people better. And that, when you start understanding other people better, oh bro, things become a lot easier in life. And just a little more peaceful, because you're just not sitting there fighting that questioning. You're not fighting to understand. You end up surrendering, right? Because that's what I'm really trying to get at. You want to surrender to that frequency. So when we surrender, we allow ourselves to understand and to learn and grow. And in that process, we figure out how to manifest things. So this goes into like manifestation. Is with that understanding of the frequency, the in and the outs of where that frequency goes, you can kind of understand how to understand manifestation a lot better. You can figure out how to use that frequency to your advantage to manifest your dreams. So that is a completely different video, though. We'll talk about that some other time, and just like how the two kind of correlate. But really, when you understand your emotions, the frequency, the energy that you surround yourself with, you allow to come into your life, and you allow into other people's lives, then the process of manifestation just becomes a lot easier. Because whether you set the intention or not, consciously, I should say, you're manifesting. No matter what, you're manifesting your reality 24/7 because the all is mind, the mind is mental, or the universe is mental. So, regardless, we're manifesting this reality we're in. So if you want to understand how to manifest something specific, something just a little more in tune with your own energy, just understand your own frequency. Take a step back and just meditate on that and just try to figure yourself out. Fall in love with yourself, understand your own energy, and then try to understand other people's energy just a little bit. Don't dwell on that. Don't dwell on anything, but really don't dwell on other people's energy. You'll find out the hard way. Anyway, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about as far as like frequency goes. I'll probably get into it again in the future. But that's really about it. Because, like I said, it's going to come down to the individual understanding your own frequency. So just practice that. If you have any questions on figuring out like your frequency, how to learn your frequency, I talk about this all the time. The journal. So get a journal. I'll probably, when I write some more content in this journal, I'll probably do a whole documentary on this damn journal for you guys, so you can understand what the purpose of this journal is, what the contents are, what I use this for as far as a resource to understand my own energy, my own path, my own skills, gifts, goals, manifestations, intentions, all of that's there in that book. So we'll talk about that in a future video. If you guys want to learn how to journal things and write like letters to your subconscious, we'll talk about that too. So yep, that's it. You guys have a good one. Oh, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.